Okay, the context of this is that I had another thing I needed to get done, another video, and I had a deadline, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it done here by this deadline, which was I think this past, like last Sunday or something. And you know, I posted about it on the membership page, because you know, if you pay me $3 a month, you'll get a nice update every week on what's happening. And then I missed the deadline, and I also was starting on working on another video, and I was like, you know what, let me just make this Ruby video, which is like so much quicker and easier than the other video, which I won't say what it is, you know, because I owe my members. I don't want to let them down and tell everyone. So then this came out, and I didn't exactly know what this was going to be about. There's a particular scene in Ruby that I think is really interesting, and it's like towards the end of Volume 9, and I wanted to talk about that. I had no idea what to say. At the same time, I heard, you know, Ruby probably not coming back. Well, it probably is coming back, but it's probably not coming back in the current form it is because, you know, Rooster Teeth shut down and everything. So I kind of wanted to make oh, Ruby's good, isn't it? Let's make a video about it. So that was another idea. And just in general, I wanted to make a video about the brothers, which are like my two most favorite, interesting characters in Ruby. And their lore is pretty interesting, so I wanted to make about that. So I somehow just like put everything together and made some weird video that focuses on the meta aspect of the story, the Ruby's subtle wink at the fourth wall. So that's the video. Initially, I have a few very small notes that I just want to get out of the way. I know there's also probably no one who watches these streams has any interest in Ruby whatsoever, and I guarantee no one has seen it. So I understand that. So I'm basically speaking to no one here. But firstly, this was a way shorter video initially. It was like 1.5 minutes until like a day and a half ago where I decided I wanted to add more context. So this entire section about like for the future, the recap of all the characters and everything and talking about their journey in Volume 9 and everything, that didn't exist. And it was just like entirely just talking about this final scene with the music and all that. So that's the first thing. Secondly, the best part of this video was the part I was dreading the most, which is, you know, this like nice 30-second or 20 seconds at the end where it's like music and stuff and you have to edit your favorite scenes in Ruby into it. I think that came together very well, and I like it. And when I watch this, which I've rewatched this, I rewatch all my videos many times when I publish them. I rewatch this end bit a lot because I'm like, oh my god, look at this, it's so cute, all the different characters and they're all happy and they're so much younger and all that, and I like that bit. All right. The most annoying thing about this video was collecting a bunch of clips. You know, there's 9 volumes of Ruby. There's a lot of episodes. I think I recorded like, because the way I collect this stuff is screen recording Crunchyroll. And I collected, I don't know, like an hour of footage or something, which took obviously an hour to record it all. So that was not fun, but you know, came together. What else? I don't expect this will get many views because Ruby itself, I don't think besides the H-Bomber Guy video, it doesn't get many views as far as I understand. Oh my god, was that a free run thing? What is this? Is that free run? I don't know. Yeah, 6 million views, and then we got like 400k, and then there's like a 20k and a 5k, and there's like a shipping thing. I don't know. You don't get many views basically, so I'm not expecting this to get many. That's one thing. Music was the biggest annoying thing of editing this video because I've done it now for, I think, how many videos in a row has it been? Yeah, ever since, I guess, these 4 most recent videos, they've been edited to the music. So as I'm scripting, as I'm recording the actual script, it's being recorded when I'm playing the music in the background so that I can tie it all together to make it sound nice at the proper moments. I think that's very important to making a good video, at least in the types of videos that I make, at least. And I think it was tough, basically, because the track itself, you have to hit it at certain points. Like, for instance, when you're talking about the door and talking about the remix of This Will Be the Day, you have to kind of have the motif playing there so that when the audience is listening, they're like, oh my god, that is the song. It has to tie up there at that point, which means that when you're syncing it up, it doesn't like, there's like gaps in the soundtrack, and you gotta like, I have to basically tie it all together in Audacity and like stitch different pieces together to make the actual cohesive sound here. So that was a bit annoying, but that was fun. You know, I like the music. Music choice is, I think, one of the way more important editing choices. Like, I think the music choice makes or breaks a video, whereas the editing doesn't really. Like, who cares if you like put clips that are relevant or not? As long as there's clips, people will pay attention. But I think the music is very important. Audio was recorded in OBS. I've been doing that as well for, I think, 3 videos now, and I think it sounds way better because I've tuned the I don't even know what you call it, the audio profile, the amount of bass, and there's some word I'm looking for, but that's all tuned perfectly for streams. So the voice you're hearing now should be very similar to what you're hearing in the actual video. And there's no, like, I don't have to process anything in Audacity or take out any like background noise or anything. It's all like automatically done, which makes things a lot quicker. And I think it makes things sound a lot better. So that's one thing. Like, if you go back to, you know what? I don't know if anyone will be able to tell besides me. Hopefully people will be able to tell. Oh, Elite AI, wouldn't that be a name? Oh my god. So for instance, what do we go? This one, right? I think it's pretty obvious in this. This was recorded in Audacity, and there was no like predefined profile for the bass and all that. I think it sounds very bad. There's such strong feelings you get from going right back to the start of a grand story that you love. So that's one example. And then we've got this one, which I think sounds a lot better. The 9th volume of RWBY takes place in the Ever After, a realm disconnected. So yeah, and then if we go to another one, this was also recorded in the old manner, but I don't think it's too bad. In the magical world of Mushoku Tensei, where battles between gods can erase entire... So there's that. And then the 9th volume of RWBY takes place in the... There we go. You know, I think it's an improvement, all right? So I think I'm going to do that going forward. And I have, like, for instance, this one as well. In an effort to save Vander, Vi full... It should sound like what I sound like now. Okay. The next point is I have no idea if... Okay. As I was writing the script, I was not confident that I was going to manage to pull a coherent point together at all. And I think I am still making way too much of a scene that is not really that important. Because the whole point here is that when you watch this scene in the original show, you hear the music when the brothers are stepping through the door and you're like, oh my god, this is crazy. It's just like me when I'm watching RWBY 9 years ago or whatever. It's come so far, I've come so far, blah, blah, blah. So this entire video, the whole point of it, like landing when you're watching it, you have to kind of relate to that moment. And I feel like no one would probably, I feel like very few people would probably relate to that. So I don't think this is going to hit for many people, but it hits for me. So here we are. Oh my god, 22 likes, that's crazy. And then we got one comment. Interesting video and channel as well. Some videos are super popular, but others can't hit 1,000 views. Will subscribe and wish success. So this person doesn't know that my only successful videos are Mushoku Tensei. Well, I guess also Attack on Titan now. Maybe that confuses things a bit. Okay. That's the other thing. Another thing is that there's a, I'm talking a lot about my video here, but I have a lot of thoughts here. There's one shot here that doesn't really make sense if you know anything about RWBY, but I thought it looked cool, so I included it, which is Penny. This is like the coolest shot in RWBY ever, which is Penny like dancing in front of the moon. And now this is the coolest thing ever. The next chapter of our journey will take us. So I put that in there because why not? Another issue, which I think I salvaged it. Like I think this comes across fine. I've done worse in my other videos. Which one is it? I think the Mikasa video suffers the worst from this, but the final line here about how the characters have gone on their journey and now it's our turn to go on our journey or whatever. That can definitely come across as too earnest, or is that even the word I'm looking for? Wait, earnest? Resulting or showing, yeah, it can come across as too sincere or like cringe, I guess, if you're like, if you place too much importance in the story or whatever. Here, I think it works well or it works better than what I had initially. Because initially in the script and the version that I recorded, and I had it all the way until like the last like hour of editing, and I thought, this is way too much. I said, let's first listen to this, see what I actually said. Wrap up, incorporating the audience into the themes of the story. And with the production of RWBY as we know it potentially coming to a close, this may be the final impression the show imparts on us. And now we have to choose where the next chapter of our journey will take us. So I said, and now we have to choose where the next chapter of our journey will take us. Initially it was like, and you have the power to choose where the next chapter of your journey takes you or something like that. And it was a bit too cringe, so I toned it down a bit and I had to re-record it. And if you listen carefully, you can probably tell that the first like half of that sentence is, a different recording session. But I think I mastered pretty well. Let's see. Wait a minute. If anyone can notice. Or imparts on us. And now we have to choose where the next chapter of our journey will take us. You know what? I don't even think you can tell, because right then I couldn't tell. Maybe it's because it's 1.5 times speed. Anyway, that's fine. Now if we compare this to a bad example, we go to the Mikasa video, which I regret adding this line ever. I cringe at it every time I listen to it. This is right at the end here. Right? To have headaches, so that Attack on Titan can tell the story of a traumatized, empty girl using her own strength to move forward from tragedy. If Mikasa can do it, and Yumiya can do it, then so can you. If Mikasa can do it, and you can do it, and Yumiya can do it, then so can you. And that's like way too earnest and puts too much importance on this scene in Attack on Titan, and I don't like it. So that's bad. I don't know if I said this in the digest if I even talked about it. Did I even? All right, anyway, it's Mir. He has a video where I think he did this well. I was concerned because he showed me this before he uploaded it. It's like, oh, give me some feedback or whatever. I think he handles this well, but this is like an example of something that could be done too earnestly, I guess. Where he's, I think, thanking the author here, right?
And understand. That is the...
最低だって思ってる人がリスナーにもいて、たくさんいたとして、でも変われるって漫画を通してもしかしたらその人も変われるかもしれない。
Yukimura Sensei, I hear you, and I'll do my best.
That's kind of like, I think it fits. It's fine in the context of this video for Vinland Saga, because I do think that Vinland Saga has that weight behind it, where saying something like this, it's good. Like it's deserved because of the context of Vinland Saga and the rest of this video. It fits in well. But I could easily see someone else saying this about something like Jujutsu Kaisen or like, I don't know, something that's like it has less thought behind it. And it could come across as cringe of like thanking the author for something they've done or whatever, and saying I'll do my best. But here it works well. But that's just an example, I guess, of like when I talk about how it's difficult to land the ending of like earnestness in a video. Anyway, I think that's everything. I don't know. That was a lot to say, but there's a nice SFX here, you know, sound effects. Look at that, crazy. One sound effect. Yeah, that's this video.